contractions. So of course, if you've got problems getting depolarization to occur, then you'll see responses in the spikes and the peaks. Yeah, so we're measuring nervous system activity, and we're assuming the muscle response is normal in response to what we see here. Yeah.
Did you say the ventricles contract behind the QRS wave?
No, the ventricles contract after the QRS wave.
So where are they going to be repolarized at? Oh, okay.
And there's so much business going on for the ventricles here. You don't see atria contract, you don't see atria repolarize. But the ventricles are like, hey, I'm big and meaty, I get to show off. So QRS is where you've got ventricular depolarization. After S, the ventricles actually contract, and then at T wave, the ventricles repolarize. Get that out right. T wave, ventricles repolarize.
When does the atria repolarize?
Somewhere back, probably around S wave area. It's just all hidden in the background.
Behind the ventricles.
Behind the ventricles, yeah. Yeah, I'd say probably right after the S here, which is this dip, it'd be ventricular contraction. Hefty stuff, isn't it? I really have a healthy respect for somebody who can read EKGs, because if you know anybody who does this for a living, it is a real specialized treat, because there are tons of different things that can go wrong. There are multiple leads that have to be hooked up correctly. If you have an EKG tech or somebody who hooks the leads up and they get one wrong lead hooked to a particular area, then you may have somebody thinking you've got a code. You know, you got somebody dying when it's just a reverse lead. But somebody who's trained in reading EKGs can look at this and tell you left bundle branch, right bundle branch. They can look at you and tell you this person's an MI or, you know, heart attack. So, you know, you've got to have a very good amount of training to actually look at this and know what you're looking for. But, you know, it is definitely something that varies depending on the heart's activity. Even breathing, moving around, if you're having an EKG done, that can also alter what you're recording. So there's all sorts of other types of interference that you might see on an EKG as well, because it's the nervous system's firing on those muscles that causes them to depolarize that we're actually watching here. All right, let's do it again. SA node fires right before the T wave. SA node fires, atria depolarize at the P wave. After the P wave, that's when the atria contracts. But we don't see an actual wave for the atrial contraction. Why not? It's hidden behind the QRS wave. Good. After the P wave, before the Q wave, we're looking at the AV node firing. What does the AV node do to your ventricle? First depolarize, right? QRS down is S. It's going to be ventricular depolarization. And then right after S, ventricles actually contract. And right here, this little boop, that's going to be ventricular repolarization. And just to review Bio 210, repolarization takes your sodiums and your potassiums and flip-flops their locations. What pump helps us out here?
Sodium, potassium.
Good. Sodium potassium pump restores the resting state, making the inside now negative and the outside positive again. So that's what you see there in the T wave, is ventricles repolarizing, getting the inside negative, outside of your cells back positive. This is what we call one cardiac cycle. It's 0.8 seconds. We are